WESH 2 News on CW18 starts now.
A second indictment against former President Donald Trump could knock him out of the race for president.
Our legal expert we spoke with tonight says it will likely cost him time on the campaign trail. He is the first former president to face federal charges.
WESH 2's tonight, Gabriel Geddes is in studio to break down the findings from the unsealed indictment.
Donald Trump is facing 37 felony counts, and legal experts tell me several of them could result in a 20-year prison sentence. But even if he is convicted, the U.S. Constitution still allows him to run for president.
The indictment is really packed full of sort of jaw-dropping types of evidence.
During his time in the White House, former President Donald Trump kept photographs, letters, and other materials in cardboard boxes. His indictment says hundreds of them were classified documents that were recovered in his Florida estate, Mar-a-Lago. He's accused of making false statements, conspiring to obstruct justice, and withholding documents or records.
I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong. I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly.
Former federal prosecutor in Central Florida, David Haas, says the allegations against Trump are incredibly stunning because it shows national security was treated carelessly.
There's parts of the indictment where there's, redactions that are, even those redactions are redacted. We will never know. The general public won't know what that information actually is. Even the jury won't.
Trump's case could cost him votes as he's seeking the Republican nomination for president.
I think how the Republican Party reacts will be somewhat determinative in whether he wins the Republican nomination or not.
Even if Trump is found guilty, the U.S. Constitution does not ban him from running for office. But with possible additional charges on the way, his campaign could be in limbo.
Defending one federal case is an inordinate amount of time. Defending multiple federal criminal cases or criminal cases at all is going to take him away from aspects of the campaign trail as well. And that's just in order to do what lawyers and clients need to do, to go through evidence and strategize about how to defend the case.
Trump is due to make his first court appearance Tuesday afternoon in Miami.